Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about the Miami Heat, and they're trading for a forward. I want to hear your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the rumors? Rui Hachimura, PJ Washington, and Nic Batum are the three guys rumored. I want to hear your thoughts right now. What would your trade proposals be for either Rui Hachimura, PJ Washington, or Nic Batum? Rui Hachimura missed a bunch of time due to the fact that personal issues and coming off injuries. But he's starting to come back in form, and he's a guy who has a good offensive skill. He's a decent rebounder, and he's a plus defender. So he's a good guy. He kind of is looking from the outside in because he's missed so much time that I could see that the Wizards would be willing to move him. Same thing with PJ Washington. He's also another guy who's looking from the outside on a rotation. He still gets minutes, but this year they've gone with Kelly Oubre, Miles Bridges, Gordon Hayward, and Martin. So I could see him moving. Nic Batum, I see out of the three the least likely due to the fact that Batum seems like a guy that they want to keep around. I know he isn't what he was last year. He was really good last year for them, but Batum, this is a team that's still trying to make the play-in, and we don't know if Kawhi is going to come back, so I don't know if they would want to give up him. So we're going to talk about Rui and PJ Washington, who I think would be great fits for this team. And I saw one where it was, Markieff Morris, Omer year to 7, and a first-round pick for Rui Hachimura. I love Omer year to 7, and I wouldn't want them to trade him. But if they did Omer year to 7 and Markieff Morris, I don't think they should put the first-round pick in there, even though the Wizards have said they wanted a first-round pick. I mean, Omer year to 7 is looking like a phenomenal, like a starting level center. This guy at one point was averaging 16 and 6 for like a 2-week period. So I think it would just be awful for them, to give up on Omer year 7. But at the same time, I understand Rui Hachimura is worth the first round pick. So I wonder, what do you guys think? What is Omer year 7's value in there? Would you guys do Markieff Morris a first round pick and Omer year 7 for Rui Hachimura, or would you rather go for PJ Washington, where I actually think you could probably just package, Markieff Morris and maybe KZ Okapala and a few second-round picks for PJ Washington. Am I wrong? I mean, PJ Washington, I know he's looking a little bit out from in this year because for the season, he's only playing 24 minutes, which is actually a career low. And I know he's shooting great. He's shooting almost 40% from three, and he's averaging, last year he was averaging a steal and a block a game, and he's very versatile. So do you think a first-round pick would be needed there? He is going to be, technically, you could argue he's only a year and a half rental if he doesn't stay. And, the Hornets would be enticed to move in. And I think if you package Omer year to 7 and Markieff Morris, I don't think you have to give up a first-round pick like you would for Rui Hachimura. The reason I say that is the Hornets really need a big man, and year to 7 would be a perfect starter because that would move Plumlee to the bench. And I think, that would benefit. And then they already have Dwayne Dedmon and Bam Adebayo. So I think they're good right there. So, and the thing is, PJ Washington, he can be a small ball 5 because, he's a guy who can grab 6-7 rebounds a game easily. And I think he fits perfect for right next to Bam Adebayo. I love that idea of Washington, Bam Adebayo right there. I think that could be phenomenal. And then Jimmy Butler to give him more spacing that they'd like. And I definitely think it's something that's definitely feasible. But with that being said, if you guys were the Miami Heat, would you rather go? I think Nic Batum would be the cheapest to get. Not to give up, but you might have to give up because he's a little bit, cheaper, but because his contract, so you would have to give up one of your younger guys who have a smaller contract. And I don't know if they want to do that. And I know there's been rumblings of Duncan Robinson. So could they trade Duncan Robinson for a guy these two? I don't know, because he's on a bigger deal. So I don't know if that would be possible. I really like the idea of PJ Washington out of the three. I think he's more of a seamless fit because we know he's a good three-point shooter. We know what he's capable of. Rui just seems a little bit too pricey. Batum just seems like he could be the cheapest one to give, but because he's a cheaper deal too, you would have to, if you're not trying to give up too much, I think really the idea of PJ stretching the floor next to Bam and Jimmy would be phenomenal, and something that I think this team would be very much interested in. So that's where I'm going to leave this video at. I want to hear your thoughts. What would you guys do if you were the Miami Heat? But yeah, that's basically it. Let me hear those opinions down below in the comments section. And yeah, if we got till the 10th, so 4 days till the NBA trade deadline's over. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Again, like and subscribe. And let me hear those trade ideas down below.